Hey guys, just really quick, today at 6 p.m. Central Time, we have our Valentine's wax melts dropping. Our first one we have here is one of my personal favorite movies, Maniac, Crazy Over You. We also have the 2009 My Bloody Valentine, Valentine's wax melt. If you guys know me, this is one of my favorite movies. I had to drop this one. Of course, we've got the 2001 Valentine, which if you ask Brandon, he'll tell you this is a top 10 slasher because it has decent enough acting. And last but not least, we have the man of your dreams, Freddy Krueger. 6 p.m. Central Time, youneedacandles.com, link in the description. Hey, what's going on, people? It's your old pal CHH. I got a little coffee this morning. This is Mardi Gras flavor, too. I use sugar-free vanilla creamer and stevia. I try not to use sugar. I also started, I'm in my early 30s now, so I'm still a young buck, but I've got to take it easy on the salt, because I'm a salt fanatic. I got this stuff, Accent, I think it's called. It's like somewhat of a salt substitute. It's got less sodium in it. Just started using that, and it's not bad. I like it. But anyway, guys, we have a cool horror Blu-ray pickup today. I want to talk to you guys about these titles. I'm actually going to talk about some of these movies, too. Some of them I reviewed. Some of them I might have mentioned before. But not everybody watches the reviews, and I understand that. But before we do that, I got a few announcements I want to talk about, and I'm not going to bore you with boring stuff. Number one, I'll make this really quick. I don't talk about it too much. If you watch my live shows, you'll hear some of the songs I put in the beginning of my videos. I am a musician. I've been putting music out. If you look up artist CHH on Spotify and iTunes, you'll hear all the music I do. I do a lot of original stuff. I do some stuff from horror movies that I put on there, and I'm getting better at recording. I'm getting better at writing a little bit because I've been doing it a little bit more frequently now. So check me out. I got a song coming out Monday called Too Dead to Think. I think it's a pretty good song. So check that out. I also had an idea for a new series. I think you guys would love this, but I want to talk to you about it really quick, and we're going to get into this. I have purchased a lot of physical media in the past that for some reason or another I file it, don't do a Blu-ray update, because I know you guys enjoy these, which I got to get better about doing them. But I thought, what if I did a series called Lost Titles from my horror Blu-ray collection, where I go through my collection, because I get requests to do a full Blu-ray collection video, which I don't have the strength to do. I just don't have too many movies. But what if I went through my collection and I picked 10 titles at a time of stuff that I've bought, watched, and either didn't review or just didn't show in a collection, and it kind of works like another form of horror Blu-rays I want you to own, but it's really just showing you stuff from my collection and stuff that I can talk about, and bring you guys a mass of movies to, have your eyes on, that sort of thing. So I think that's a fun idea. I'm going to record one of those today and go through my movies, and the sad thing is there's probably stuff in my collection that I haven't shown that's like really freaking cool. So that's something I'm going to do. Also, you need a candles today, guys, 5 p.m. This video should go up a little bit before that. We've got Valentine-style melts, and you guys are going to love those. We ship fast. You buy it today, I ship it tomorrow. That's my motto. So there you go, guys. That's all the stuff coming. So right now, let's look at some horror pickups. I'm really excited about these. The first one, I just watched this again, and again, this is an instance of me not showing this off. I got this a little while ago. It's a found footage movie, and I'm on my found footage kick again, so fair warning. This is a movie called Project Eerie. This is from the creators of the Fear Footage trilogy, which I like the Fear Footage trilogy a lot. This was sent to me by the creator. He was asking me to do some promotion. I said, look, man, I'm a physical media guy. You send me a Blu-ray, I'll show people the Blu-ray and that sort of thing, which he did. And I was really appreciative, and I've been wanting to talk about this movie more because I rewatched Project Eerie again past Halloween, because this movie got a little bit muddled with me because I watched Hell House LLC right around the same time, and I loved Hell House LLC. So let me go back to Project Eerie and watch this again. This was really good. So Project Eerie is about these two kids who are live streaming at night, and they're up to shenanigans and foolishness, and they break into this building where they find these locked files, and they take this disc. It's somewhat like a VHS style, which I love those movies too. And these kids proceed to watch this video footage of these sequences happening that are phenomenons, unexplainable, and grim, dark, really cool stuff. It's a fun movie. If you want to get Project Eerie, you can stream it on Amazon Prime. It's a fun Halloween found footage movie, but if you want the Blu-ray, you can get the Blu-ray from his website. I believe it is fearfootage.com. I'll drop a comment below with the website, but I do really like it. He did not ask me to review this movie publicly, by the way, so it's not like I'm trying to shill for him. I just wanted to talk about it because I watched it with my wife, and she liked it too. She's like, that one where the guys are in the woods, that was pretty creepy with the alien. So I don't want to spoil too much about it, but yeah, really fun movie. And again, I genuinely liked it. I'm not just saying that. So if you want to get that, I'll put the link to the website down below. These are Blu-ray Rs. I don't know if that's an issue for people, but he's doing it himself. So, but it looked good, played fine, and I always prefer to own a physical copy of a movie, especially found footage if I can. I feel like streaming found footage should just be illegal. It doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Next up, guys, for all my Full Moon fans out there, Demonic Toys was one of my favorite Full Moon movies. I love it. I have a one sheet of it in my collection of the movie. And this was they did Baby Oopsie, which I really didn't like. They really weren't that good. So I had little hope for this, but I saw the trailer and I was like, wait a minute. That is the Jack Attack, Demonic Toys Jack Attack. Now, this was actually really fun. I'd recommend streaming this if you can. I think they put all these movies on Tubi. I think Charlie has a big deal with Tubi where he puts all his stuff on there. But if you trust me, this was way more fun than the Baby Oopsie movies. I had a blast with this, so really enjoyed Jack Attack. The Jack Clown looked great too. It wasn't a very, very long movie either. 58 minutes. That's Charlie's thing. He's like, let's just make 1 hour movies. Let's get in, film it in a week, and get out. That's his style now. Which it's different from the heyday. The heyday of Full Moon is unstoppable. It always will be. But this was a fine piece of cinema, if I do say so myself, especially for today's era of Full Moon. So you can get that on Amazon right now, or fullmoon.com, or mvdentertainmentgroup.com. It's available, and it looked good. Good looking Blu-ray. That's one thing I will say. Charlie's movies, some of them look really good on Blu-ray too. All right, this next movie I'm stoked to talk about, guys. This movie I heard about, and I was like, there's no way this is going to be any good. And people were like, dude, that movie's it's smarter than you think it is. And I was like, how could it be? Let me show you the artwork for this. This is a movie called Rubber. It's a movie about a tire. And I gotta say, this was not what I was expecting. I really don't want to spoil too much about it, but one thing that's really cool about this movie is you look at this and you say, okay, I'm going to watch it. This is from Magnet, by the way, which I like the Magnet label. They've got some fun titles out. They got some titles out that I want to talk about in the Lost Blu-rays. I'm telling you, you guys are going to like this series. Lost Blu-rays from my collection. I'm telling you, you guys are going to love this. All horror. I'll do all horror. The movie starts out with this guy coming on screen, and he talks about everything from famous movies that don't make sense or we forgive, or that sort of thing. And he goes, now that I've pretty much got you guys to relax, now and watch this movie about a killer tire. And it was really fun. I had a blast. My wife was laughing her ass off at this. Super funny movie. Rubber. When did this come out? 2010, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2010. Yeah, 2010. Super fun. I loved it. I really loved it. Bloody Disgusting's right. Funny, gory, and downright insane. Just was not what I was expecting. Much smarter than that. So I can't put it over enough. I really had a blast with Rubber. And yeah, I've got a number of Magnet releases. One of the best ones is a movie called Alone. It's an abduction movie, which I have talked about before, but it was insane. That's a great movie. Alone. Look that up. All right, next up, guys. I did review this just recently. Session 9. Love Hate. This is the second site release, by the way. Still available on like Orbit DVD, I think. I have a love-hate relationship with this movie. If you want the real details, I break it down as best as I can, in my review I just did. I've bought this movie a couple times, which is kind of silly in a sense. I understand that. But I didn't like this movie at all, but I kept finding myself thinking about it and wanting to rewatch it because people would tell me how much they loved it. And if you look at the comment section, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's love-hate. You either love it or you hate it. And this movie's like become an old friend. I kind of like watching it every now and again now because I've had I forced myself to have a relationship with it. It's just not the kind of movie you think it's going to be. But this release was great. This is the last time I'm going to own Session 9, so I thought, let's get Second Sight. Because guys, Second Sight, this is going to be their year. I'm telling you right now, I need you to mark it down. Second Sight and Via Vision are coming in swinging. Because I've said this before, guys, but I want to make something really clear. These companies like Second Sight, like Via Vision, like Eureka, like you name it, anything Region B. You know, I'm not talking to my UK fans or anything like that, but I'm talking to my American audience right now. These companies, they're fighting for you because they realize the floodgates are open. People are buying region-free players. 4K itself is a native region-free format. They are competing with the American companies of the same for the same type of movies. So now it's like, who's going to put out the best release? Whoever dares to put out It Follows on 4K in America, good luck, because Second Sight put out such a nice release, which I own, that good luck, because nobody's touching Second Sight's release on that. Nobody. So my point is, be paying attention to these companies, be paying attention to Second Sight. I think they just put out High Tension, or it was I think they are putting out High Tension, which I can't wait to get from them. But they might have Frontiers they just put out, which I might grab that. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm just not sure because I don't know how much I love that movie. I really need to rewatch it, but their releases are second to none. They always put out fantastic stuff. Next up, this was an interesting one. So I just reviewed Thinner as well. Sorry, the glare from the sun's coming in. I just reviewed Thinner, and there was a little bit of pushback, not towards me, but people upset that it was on Blu-ray. I guess I get this. It is 2024. You know, 4K has been around. I think people are feeling like it should be the standard. I get that. I really do. My thing is this, and I'm not trying to defend Scream Factory, because go to my channel. You can see multiple videos where I express my concerns with Scream Factory. There's no doubt about that. I've expressed a number of concerns I've had. But what I liked about this release was they did bring it. It's old school Scream Factory. They had new special features added to it. And the scan looked way better than I thought. Now, they didn't specify if it's a 2K, if it's a 4K scan from the negative. You could have told me that was on the back was a 4K scan. I would have believed it because it looked sensational. I gave the picture quality like a 9.5 out of 10. So for me, it really comes down to how does the movie look? Not necessarily the format. Now, I love 4K, don't get me wrong, because a 4K done right, especially stuff like from the Italian movies where they just, there's boutique labels, they make it look as best they possibly can. Like City of the Living Dead or House by the Cemetery, that sort of stuff is unpackable. I mean, nothing touches it. But how good does the movie look? You know, that's important to me too. And this looked great. If they don't do a 4K of this ever, this is beyond perfectly fine for me. I was really happy with this release, so I liked the Thinner release. I'm not really that upset that it's a 4K myself, but I understand it. Did you guys see? There's a movie coming out called Funeral Home, and on Amazon you can buy it with the slipcover, or you can get it without the slipcover. I ordered it without the slipcover because you save money. It's like $6 or $7 cheaper, and I'm like, thank God, I don't need the cardboard for that. I'm not against slipcovers. As a matter of fact, I kind of like them, but to save that kind of money, you gotta be kidding me. Of course I'll save that money. So when I get Funeral Home, I'll watch that and probably review that, but I ordered the version without the slipcover. Next up, guys, we got some found footage titles I'm really excited to talk about. Let me go over here so the glare's out of the way. Phoenix Forgotten. This is from legendary producer Ridley Scott comes a chilling revelation based on the true events of March 13th, 1997, when a strange pattern of lights appeared over Phoenix. Phoenix Forgotten tells the story of 3 high school students who went to the desert to document this phenomenon. They were never seen again. 2 decades later, the sister of one of the missing teens returns to investigate, suspecting a massive cover-up by the government and local law enforcement, but nothing can prepare her for the shocking discovery of the footage that the faithful expedition, and now the terrifying truth will be. This was good. Like I said, right now I'm on a huge found footage kick, so I'm picking up a lot of movies on found footage that I have not seen or owned. And I actually did enjoy Phoenix Forgotten. It was good. There were some really tense moments. I'd give this movie probably a 6.5 out of 10. Not the best found footage movie I've ever seen, but well done. Really well done, and a good watch. A really good watch. So this is a Blu-ray plus DVD plus a digital copy, which I don't know if these digital copies work anymore. This movie came out in 2017. So good movie. I would stream this if you're not into owning found footage movies. But, you know, it was good. Now, this one, own. I loved it. I have a tiny fascination with Bigfoot. I love the Boggy Creek stuff. I love watching anything about, you know, that. And I never saw this movie. This is called Willow Creek. This is a found footage movie. Written and directed by Bobcat Goldthwait. Goldthwait. That's a hell of a name, last name. The monster movie of the summer. So this is about a couple who goes to the location, the town where Bigfoot was spotted with that footage. And what was really cool is when they visited the town, they were going to go stay in the woods to try to find him. And when they go to the town, like, the town was decorated with the lore of Bigfoot. They had statues out and about. They had murals on sides of buildings with art of, like, Bigfoot and stuff like that. This was a really well done found footage movie. It was much like Blair Witch Project. There's horror here. Let's go to the horror. Let's go to it. Let's put ourselves in the middle of that. Almost a little too derivative of Blair Witch Project, if I'm being honest, but that took nothing away from the enjoyment. I really enjoyed the couple, the actors in here. The suspense in this was bar none. It is all suspense. That's it. No frill. It's pure suspense. They're in the tent at night. I really enjoyed it, and it has favorable reviews, which is one of the reasons I was excited to pick this up. So I really enjoyed Willow Creek. There was not a whole abundance of special features. There was like a behind the scenes of them filming a scene of the movie. But really, really fun. I definitely am going to rewatch this. Willow Creek, guys, check that out. This is a new Shudder movie. It looks like Shudder's putting this out in conjunction with RLJE Entertainment. I got this because I'm a Barbara Crampton fan. I have not seen this yet, so I cannot comment on it. But I picked up Suitable Flesh. I haven't even taken the shrink wrap off of this. But anything with Barbara, I want to own it because she's just a horror legend. This has Heather Graham, Judah Lewis, Bruce Davison, Jonathan Scheich, however the hell you say that, and Barbara Crampton. Let's read about this. After murdering her young patient, a once-esteemed psychiatrist helplessly watches her life spiral into a nightmarish maelstrom of supernatural hysteria and gruesome deaths, all linked to a seemingly unstoppable ancient curse. Sounds fun. There's a lot of behind the scenes on this. I'm such a Shudder fan, guys, so I'm really excited that they put their stuff out on physical media. I use Shudder all the time, but I also like to pick up their RLJE stuff a lot, which I know people are dying for the Hell House movies to come out. I think Hell House 2 and 3 are Shudder exclusives. The first movie wasn't, because Shudder wasn't even around. And then Origins was a Shudder exclusive. So I think people are hoping they can finagle a box set of those movies. God knows I am. I'm dying to own a Blu-ray box set of those movies. But I am excited to have Suitable Flesh. I really like these. They're all budget-friendly releases. They're not super expensive. And you can see the movies, you know, before you want to buy them. But for me, I hadn't seen this yet, but Barbara Crampton right there. Are you kidding me? Gotta have it. Gotta have it. And shout out to my homeboy Kyle who sent me this. My wife saw this movie, and when she saw it, she was like, I love this movie. So I can't comment on this either, but she said she loved it, so I'm excited. This is Deadgirl. Look at that artwork with the lips. When high school misfits Ricky and JT decide to ditch school and find themselves lost in the crumbling facility of a nearby abandoned hospital, they come face to face with the gruesome discovery: a body of a woman, stripped naked, chained to a table and covered in plastic, and soon realize she's anything but dead. Quickly, the boys find themselves embarking on a twisted yet poignant journey, testing the limits of their friendship, and forces both of them to decide just how far they're willing to stretch their understanding of right and wrong. That sounds awesome. The hottest horror film of the year, Salone.com. Goes places few horror movies have dared to go. Holy crap. So this was 2008, 2003? 2008 is when the year says. Unearthed Films. Super excited about this, though, because my wife said she streamed this on Netflix, like right when Netflix came out. So I'm definitely excited about that. Guys, I already have another horror Blu-rays. I want another horror Blu-ray pickup video I got to film because I've been on a tear of picking up a lot of stuff that I like but didn't own and trying to find deals on it. Sometimes I'll wait, like The Sacrament from, I'm waiting for The Sacrament, which should be here today. Ty West movie. My favorite Ty West film of all time. But anyway, guys, that's the pickups. Any questions on those, drop it below. This is your old pal CHH, guys. I got a lot of cool stuff coming. Thank you for the support on everything. You guys rule. CHH artists on Spotify. Go to youneedacandles.com. Pick up your Valentine's wax melts. They're really great. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. See you next time. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.